Welcome to Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio Live. Here I am at the studio. I'm just hanging out, just having a, we're kind of having a snow day, and we're getting ready for our Christmas party, our staff Christmas party. So we got food coming in, and Daryl's got sparkling wine and apple cider brewing, and we're just going to have a really nice afternoon. So we're live now, and we're getting our viewers. Are they coming? Anna, can I?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Susan Doyle.
Hi, Susan Doyle. How are you?
Becky Pearson.
Becky Pearson, welcome.
Ingrid Taylor.
And Ingrid, welcome. Great. We're also live on Instagram today. I just want to talk about some kit changes that we're making in our beginner kits. I also want to talk to you a little bit about the new community that I'm building on our website. That's a lot like Wild with Wool, but it'll be right on our website, and that's where we'll be doing all our challenges and things like that. It's not ready yet, so if you go there, you won't see it yet, but I want to tell you about it. I want to talk to you about the harbor, because this will be the last year that I'll be actively involved in the harbor. After this year, it will be a sort of a course where I'm not sort of it's like all our other courses, but this year we've created a workbook, and we have and we'll be having some lives, and after this year, then it'll those things won't be happening anymore. And I also want to talk about how we're going to be doing the lives from the website, and I want to talk about why we're making these changes. So one of the things is change is just part of growing. It's part of art, and if you're an artist, you do love to make change, because you're constantly transforming things. But I want to direct people to our site so that you can have a really peaceful space, and I want the site to be the core of our lives and our growing. So I really hope that you'll join me there. And I think we'll give you lots of notice. We'll certainly send out, if you're not on our newsletter list, make sure you join our newsletter so we can let you know. And we will post them here, of course, because we're very grateful for Facebook. It's been great to us, and for Instagram, and we'll still continue to post them here, and you'll see them. But what you'll do is you'll show up at our website at 2:00 on the Thursday, just like you do now, and the live will happen right on the website. So you'll be able to see us there. And Joe is going to be our chat person, and he's going to organize the chat. So when I ask you a question, he'll be there to tell us what you're saying, because Angela won't be able to see the feed in the same way, but you'll still be able to chat in the way that we do. So I want to make rug hooking. I want to build a rug hooking community that's rich and intense, and where we can have good interaction with each other. And I don't want to be going to a whole bunch of different places. So I'm trying to build that community right on our website. So I'm excited about that, and a little apprehensive and a little nervous, as change always does that to us. So this week 2 weeks ago, I think we finished our last Wednesday Zoom class, Angela? And one of the things that I talked to people about during that class was the importance of using your rug hooking as a place to go. And I just want to talk about that now. We're coming into a season that can require a lot of us. And it's not an easy season for many of us. And I think for all of us, we remember our losses, and we remember our difficult times during this season, because we miss, things are not the same for us as they used to be sometimes. And I just want you to remember that your rug hooking is a place where you can go and sort of settle things with yourself and with your heart, and that we don't always have to join in the rush and in the bustle and in the hustle, that we can decide how much we want to take on. That's really up to us. We don't have to deliver the 3 dozen cookies on December 22nd. You can do it on January 18th. And it'll be really well received, and people will be happy. You can you are the person who gets to decide how much, how overwhelming the season is for you. So, and one of the ways that I think that you get to decide that is by spending time with your hooked rug. So I just want to sit today, and I've started one right here. I'm working on a series. We sold the very large piece that I had out front as soon as you come in, and we're shipping it. It's all boxed up and ready to go. And they're all 6x6s. So now I'm making a set of 6x6 landscapes, and I'm doing some fall, some summer, some, I don't know what that is. I guess it's a little yellow there. Could be anything, could be lichen. And now I'm doing this little one of bushes. And I always tell this story about Nina Seaman. Nina dropped by yesterday on her way back from New Jersey to her house in Nova Scotia. And I had a quick little visit with her, but it was a nice little visit. And she always said that one of the best things she ever learned from me was I told her, when I'm hooking bushes, I go, push, 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 push. And I always laugh at that. But I think that is true, that when I am hooking something, whoops, those are my burlap cutting scissors. Where are my good scissors? There we go, over here, nice and sharp. These are the Infinity 5.5 inch right here. And that's what I'm using for my wool these days. So that whole idea of, so what she said was, I just took a piece of wool, and I hooked it. And as I'm hooking it, and I do this almost with everything. I'm thinking tree, 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 or with this one, I'm thinking push, 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 push. And I always laugh at that little story that Nina told me. And Nina has grown a lot in her rug hooking, and she knows very well that it is a place to go. So use it over this holiday season. Use it in December, in the season of Advent, or whatever you're celebrating in December, because people are celebrating all kinds of different festivals and holidays, and use your creativity and your art and your craft, your rug hooking, whatever it is you want to call it. Use it as a place to go and let yourself think, and just go there sometimes. Maybe put on a little quiet music, or maybe some silence, and just hook a little bit. And just, give yourself 5 minutes, give yourself 10 minutes. Don't put this away because you're too busy, because you will miss it. And I always know that when I put it away and don't do it, I really miss that sustenance that comes from doing it. So I really encourage you. Oh, I've got a nice piece of slub here. So I really encourage you to leave it out. Don't put it away for the month of December because you're busy baking or whatever. To leave a little piece around that you can go to and offer yourself a little space and a little time, because you will find it really soothing. I know what it does for me, and I know what it does for so many people. I want to get all my dark greens mixed up there. I'm just going to slide those over. Now I do need some lighter greens in here, because if I don't put some lighter in here, you're not going to see the darks, are you? So these lives are also posted on YouTube, and they are always posted on our website. And Angela's also now posting them on Vimeo, which is just kind of a place for us to keep them. But they are they're on several places online. So please be sure to share our videos, because that's really important to us. And when you when we start going live right from the website, which will be in a few weeks, Ange? What are you thinking, Ange, for that?
I think it'd be great for the new year.
You think it'd be great for I do too. Like, let's just sort of plan for January, the first Thursday in January. Let's make sure, the first live that we do in January. So they will be on the website, and the website has a tab. It says lives, and anytime that you can't see it here, or you can go on our website, and we have them all posted there. So and there are, this is episode number 70. 2, 3, 4, 5, is it?
Five.
Episode number 75. Isn't that amazing? We're not perfectly sure on that. It could be 78, 76, but we're thinking it's 7 episode. We're calling it episode 75. So I am working on 6 by 6 inch landscapes, and normally I do 8 by 8 inch landscapes, so I have a lot less room, and it's amazing how much less room I have with the 2 inches. I'm really surprised. Okay.
And again, the live is not going to be on the website until January.
Yeah, we'll post this live on the website.
Yeah, this one will be on the website.
This one we post them, but what we're telling you is that when we go live, it'll actually be on the website that you're watching it once we start in January. So, and there is a chat button there underneath. You can still chat with us. So, what about, do any of you have dreams that you keep having, like that you have once a month or something? Do you guys? Lorna, or?
I think so.
No? Do you, Angela?
Sometimes I dream like I'm trying to run and I can't move, and then I try and scream and I can't scream.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I try to wake up and it's awful.
It's an awful dream, yeah. Yeah. You're very physically, Angela's very, what is it that you do, Angela? You're involved in Taekwondo. So you're very physically motivated, right?
Yes, my husband keeps telling me because I'll kick him in the night.
Yeah.
Because my legs just do that.
Yeah.
And I end up kicking him.
Right.
By mistake.
Do any of you guys have those dreams?
Gretchen says yes.
Yeah, Gretchen. And do you want to share them with us? You don't have to, but does anyone want to tell us what kind of dreams they're having?
Jane is saying in Newfoundland we call that the hag.
We do. We call it the old hag. I didn't want to tell her that, but that's what we call it.
I'm a hag?
No, it's called the hag. It's my father used to get the hag.
Florida.
Jane is that is true. That's what we called it when I was growing up, for sure. We called it the hag, and it meant that you couldn't talk, you couldn't wake up, and you knew like you were struggling. And yeah, it was always called the old hag years ago. I don't know if it's still called that. Ask Jane if it's still called that. I don't know. Jane, is it still called that? Do people still refer to it that way?
It's funny that it has they call it something, but you wouldn't think people would talk about it that much to actually have a name for it.
Oh, yeah, I think they talked
You know
about
what I
it
mean?
a lot. Yeah, I think they did. Then, in those days, I don't know. Because I can hear my mother yelling to wake my father up. Did Jane say if they still call it that or not? She never mentioned it.
Yeah, in my family, yes.
In her family,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, great. That's good to know. Anybody else got any dreams they want to tell us about that they have over and over?
We're getting a lot about things that happen throughout the day tend to appear in the dreams.
Oh, okay.
At night.
Like whatever you did during the day?
Yeah.
Or as you see somebody, then all of a sudden you dream about them at night, right?
They're in your dreams. Yeah, if you see them. Yeah. I often dream about my hometown. That's one of the things that I dream, that I'm back in my hometown. Does anyone else dream about their hometown? I'm just curious. Or about when they were younger.
I dream that my husband sells my house, and I'm trying to
He
get back.
sells your
And
house.
then I'm trying to get back to it.
Oh,
Sometimes. I don't know why.
that's so nice. You love your home so much.
Yeah.
You're so attached to it. Yeah. Lorna lives just up the street from me. I love it when you can get one yarn. Just look at this nice yarn here. Now we're going to have, this is some of this. Oh, we don't have that covered today, do we? We got to be careful.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll have to stay in here. We don't have but this yarn is going to be used in my winter online course that we're doing.
Gretchen says she dreams about being really good at hooking.
Oh, Gretchen. Isn't that great? Well, you're going to be then. You're going to be, girl, I'd say. Yes, you are. Probably already are good at it. Probably already
I
grand
was
at
wondering,
it.
but when you start kicking, if you just have somebody was saying about restless legs.
Yeah, people talk about restless legs. Yeah.
Okay.
Eileen was saying about, she had restless legs at night.
Yeah, I've heard about
And
that
yeah.
before.
And
So this one yarn, I'm going to do the whole sky with this, and it just makes it so simple. And when you're doing small landscapes, if any of you have taken the Tawny Landscape course, you know this. But there's some areas of the rug where you can just just use one yarn and fill it in. And so this is already beautifully dyed. And we don't have any of this in stock right now, just so you know. This is just from ages ago. What we do have in stock, though, is we have replenished all our dark deeps, and I'll show you those after. They're really beautiful. We got a new line of yarn that it's a new line of colors, I meant to say, of yarns. There we go. So this is just a really simple little design, but I think these are going to be really beautiful. This is this is the third one that I've hooked today, I think, because I just love them. I'm just right in the mood to hook them. And I am going to grab a copy of Meditations for Makers, and I'm going to read you a couple meditations today before I go out and show you the yarn. Do we have much time left?
About 12 minutes.
Okay. I wanted to say thank you. I was on a meeting with someone just a minute ago, and Joe came in with 6 books for me to sign, and I said, excuse me, I got to leave this meeting because I have to go out and thank that person personally for buying 6 books. And it ended up being a friend of mine, Carol, who edited my very first book, Hook Me a Story. She was the first editor that I ever had on my writing, and she told me to use more periods. I remember that. Just, you don't have to have such long sentences. And she wasn't the official editor. She was my sister's friend, and she just agreed to edit it for me before I sent it to the official editor. And she was out today, and she was buying 6 copies of that book to give to her children for Christmas. And she said, they're not all craftspeople, but they're all makers. And that really meant a lot for me. I was so glad that I'd gone out, and then to find out that it was her was even nicer. But I've had quite a few orders of multiples of that book, and thank you to those of you who bought one for yourselves. I really appreciate it. And a special thank you to those of you who bought multiples of the book, Meditations for Makers, because now isn't that sweet? It's just simple, but it just reminds me of being back in fresh water and looking over the hill to Pecos where they lived. And that's just, so that I look to, when I'm hooking landscapes, I'll keep a book of paintings open or something, but I think that came out really nice. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to read you a couple of meditations now. Oh, this is good. This is just what I was talking about. Look, this is just what I was talking about, and I opened this randomly. Honest to God, I did. All right. But this is what I was talking about in terms of Christmas and in terms of making sure that you make space for your hooking. And so this is on page 49 of Meditations for Makers. That snow that is falling ever so gently is an invitation to sit at the frame, to be homebound, to be grateful for slippery roads and winter sleeps. It is an invitation to read the book, to bake the big chicken. Snow brings a silence to savor, a gentle reminder that we are here just to be. We are here to witness it falling upon our mitt. I know, that's nice. I like that. I know, I'm sorry. I have to say it. I think it's very nice. Lorna's mocking me. She's laughing. Here's another one. Even when things are good and sweet and everything you wished and hoped for, there will be difficult moments. There will be times when it seems that retreating would be better than pushing through. That's when we rest, and then we push again. And I'm going to read one more.
Marielle has goosebumps.
Aww. Is that Marielle, who I know, Marielle? Yeah. Thank you, Marielle. Aww. Now I'm kind of getting choosy, aren't I? Okay, I'll stop being choosy. Whatever's on this page, we're going to read. At one time, I thought it was important that my rugs be a window into my heart. But as I got older, I learned that art is really about what the person looking at it sees and feels. So that's it for today for those. I'll read you some more over coming up to the holidays. Now don't come out because they can't see this out here, okay?
Oh, that's right.
All right. I'll be back. All right. These are our deeps. I'm going to get down on the floor here. I get over here because it'll look nice. All right. Is that all right? Okay, these are our deeps. We got Fieldberry Yogurt, and they're all on there individually. And we've got Laguna. We wanted some deeper colors, right? This is Whale Tail. This one is Deep Blue Echo. I love that one. I think I want that one. If someone doesn't get deep, if you order Deep Blue Echo, and I think there's lots out there now. Is there, Angela?
I think
Can
so,
I keep
yeah.
that one? And Electric Moss. Like Electric Moss. Is that not a great name? I think Joe named that. Someone coming in there?
No, your husband walking by.
Oh, okay. Deep Poppy. Like, look at these colors. This is like a whole new line of colors for us. Wilderness. Great color. Burnt Copper. Pumpkin Rush. This is Joe. Joe's going to start being on our lives with us after Christmas, and he said sometimes maybe Terry too, because he thinks you guys should get to know everybody who works at the studio. Crowning Glory. Everyone loves chocolate. Everyone here at the studio has opinions. This is the thing. Wouldn't you say, Lorna?
Yep.
I'd say we all have opinions, and people get heard. Amber Gold, for the most part. But look at these, like...
They're loving the names.
I know. I think Joe made up all the names. Yeah. So I'm not good with titles and names, really. My first book, the publisher named it. And I did come up with Meditations for Makers, though. I did come up with that one. But mostly the names of all these colors are named by the people who work here, because the people who dye them, and they sometimes grump a bit with each other about what it should be called, like not in a bad way, but a little bit. So, Amber Gold, Everybody Loves Chocolate, Crowning Glory. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I want one of every one of these. I kept some last week, so I had to be careful. Pumpkin Rush. I don't keep the same ones. Burnt Copper. Wilderness. Deep Poppy. Electric Moss. Deep Blue Echo. This one is Whale Tail, which is another. I don't think we're dyeing that one here. I'm not sure. Laguna. And Fieldberry Yogurt. So there we go. This is how they look. They're pretty nice. And you can just pick and choose the ones you want, which is really nice. I'll put them back in the basket now for Joe. But I'll probably keep a couple. I think I definitely want to keep the Deep Blue Electric. Is it? Deep Blue Echo. I love that name. And I have lots of dark green. I shouldn't keep the Wilderness.
What weight are they, Deanne?
They're 2-ply. And I think I'm going to hang on to that one. Yeah, that's awesome.
Aileen got hers on Wednesday. She said,
Oh, did she get them?
Yeah,
She
they're
liked them?
gorgeous, yeah.
Awesome. Great, Aileen. I'm glad you got them. I'm glad you liked them. Okay, let's see if I can get up here. Now I can. And I think that's all I got to tell you today, is it? Anything else? What did I tell you I was going to tell you? Let's look over this.
Kit?
Oh, the beginner kit. So, it really bothered me that our beginner kit was in a hard shell plastic clam shell kind of, that plastic that you got to cut with a... So we just found a cardboard box, because one thing about rug hooking is that everything that I have here, like my linen, my wool, everything will naturally go back to the earth. It's all natural, right? And I love that. So we were able to come up with a cardboard container instead of a plastic container. So that made me happy. So we're gone to full paper for our beginner kits, and it looks really nice. We haven't got it all designed yet, but we're getting it, and we're having Harry look at a paper sticker for us. So, and because wool, of course, is natural, linen is natural, our burlap is natural. So the new community, I talked to you about that, and that's going to be hopefully by sometime in January, we'll have that up and running for you. It's a lot like Wild with Wool. You'll be able to join, except for you'll be able to have a blog on there if you want. You can post a blog post if you want. And we'll be just having a little bit of fun on there, and all our challenges and stuff we're going to do from there. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And the harbor, this is the last year that I'm going to be active in the harbor with our, and my activity this year is going to be based on, so the harbor works like this. You have 12 months of material, and then you have 12 months of bonus material. And then this year, you also get a workbook And if you've already taken the harbor, you own it for as long as it's up on the website. And this year you get a workbook, and I think we're going to do 3 or 4 coaching sessions, group coaching sessions. So, and those will be recorded, so you'll have access to those in the months that we do them and the bonus material. So if you want to join me, please do. I'm excited again to offer it this year. And like I said, I think this is the last year that I will be active in it. So this is the year, if you haven't taken it, to join, I think. So that's it for me for today. I'm grateful to each and every one of you, and I'm glad that you have rug hooking, that you have something to turn to. I know that some of us turn to baking now too. We're all doing a bit of baking. I made my fruit cake this week, and I didn't put almonds in it this year. I just put pecans, but I did use my mother's big bread pan, just like in the winter, the Hooking for the Holidays course. So that's it for me. Anything else you want to tell me before we go, Angela or Lorna?
Previous harbor members, do they get access to the workbook?
Oh, definitely. We would not deny you that. Of course, it's in the January. If it's in the January section, and you can just go download it and go through the harbor again. Yes, for sure. Any other questions? All right. Bless everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care. It was fun to be with you.